YG Entertainment's discovery of BLACKPINK was not a stroke of luck, but the result of a long, meticulous search for the next generation of global K-pop icons. After the massive success of 2NE1, YG began planning a new girl group as early as 2011, envisioning a team that could embody the company's signature edgy style while appealing to international audiences. The search spanned several years and countless auditions across South Korea, Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, and even Canada, where YG scouts sought young talents with not only vocal and dance skills, but also charisma, stage presence, and star potential. Over time, dozens of trainees joined and left the program, but 4 stood out: Jennie, Jisoo, Rose, and Lisa, each possessing unique qualities that would later define BLACKPINK's identity. Jennie was the first to be introduced, having trained under YG since 2010 after returning from New Zealand. Her fluency in English, rap skills, and versatility made her the cornerstone of the group. Jisoo joined in 2011, bringing with her a natural elegance and visual appeal that perfectly fit YG's artistic aesthetic. Lisa, a talented dancer from Thailand, was discovered through a YG audition in Bangkok in 2010, where she outperformed thousands of hopefuls and became the company's first non-Korean trainee. Lastly, Rose, an Australian-Korean singer with a soulful voice, joined in 2012 after ranking first in YG's Sydney audition. Together, these 4 girls spent years in the company's intense training system, where they practiced for over 12 hours a day, honing vocals, dance, rapping, language skills, and endurance under relentless pressure. YG's founder, Yang Hyun-suk, and his team spent years shaping the concept that would define the group. Dozens of lineups were formed and scrapped before the final 4 were chosen in 2016. Unlike other entertainment companies that lean toward bright, cheerful, girl-next-door concepts, YG wanted to create a fierce, fashionable, and globally appealing girl group, one that represented both luxury and power. When BLACKPINK was finally unveiled to the public on August 8, 2016, the world was introduced to a group that embodied everything YG had envisioned: the perfect blend of beauty, talent, and confidence. Their debut single, Boombaya, and follow-up track, Whistle, immediately topped charts, marking the beginning of a global phenomenon. In essence, BLACKPINK wasn't discovered overnight. They were crafted through years of selection, training, and vision. YG Entertainment's ability to identify not just skill, but star power and individuality was the key to their creation. The 4 members, though different in background, shared one thing in common: an unrelenting drive to be the best. That combination of raw talent, cultural diversity, and YG's meticulous grooming system would later make BLACKPINK the most successful K-pop girl group of all time, forever changing the landscape of global pop music. The formation of BLACKPINK marked a turning point for YG Entertainment. It was a project born from both pressure and ambition. After the disbandment of 2NE1 and the success of other girl groups from competing labels, YG needed a group that could redefine its image and reclaim its dominance in the K-pop industry. For years, the company was known for its bold, hip-hop-oriented artists, and BLACKPINK was designed to carry that signature YG flavor, but in a sleeker, more international form. The members' diverse backgrounds and multilingual abilities were key to YG's strategy. Jennie's global upbringing, Lisa's Thai influence, Rose's Western sensibilities, and Jisoo's strong Korean roots created a perfect cultural balance that made BLACKPINK instantly relatable to fans around the world. Before debut, YG's training system pushed the girls to the limit. They weren't just learning choreography or vocals. They were trained in media communication, fashion, and stage charisma. Every small detail, from how they walked into a room to how they expressed emotion through a song, was refined. The process was famously grueling. Former trainees described YG's environment as a place where only the most determined survive. But this intensity was what forged BLACKPINK's professionalism and unity. Each member developed not only as an individual performer, but as part of a perfectly synchronized team. When YG finally announced the debut lineup, fans were already anticipating something extraordinary. The company's teaser campaign was deliberately mysterious. No flashy promotions, just a slow reveal of each member's identity. This built massive curiosity and excitement among fans and the media. The moment BLACKPINK released their debut single album Square One, with Boombaya and Whistle, it became clear that YG's gamble had paid off. The songs captured everything the company had built its reputation on: raw energy, striking visuals, and a perfect fusion of hip-hop and pop, but presented with a polished, international flair. Within hours, the group topped the Korean charts and dominated YouTube views, signaling that a new era of K-pop had arrived. YG Entertainment's discovery and development of BLACKPINK demonstrated the company's mastery of artist branding. The name itself, BLACKPINK, reflected the duality YG wanted to convey: the soft, elegant beauty of pink balanced by the edgy, powerful confidence of black. This concept became the foundation of their image: fierce yet feminine, stylish yet grounded. The company's marketing strategy positioned BLACKPINK not just as idols, but as global trendsetters. They were promoted through high-fashion collaborations, selective media appearances, and high-quality music videos that emphasized cinematic storytelling and visual luxury. Behind the glamour, however, was YG's clear understanding that the members' personalities were the real magic. Jennie's cool confidence, Jisoo's grace, Lisa's infectious charm, and Rosé's emotional authenticity complemented one another perfectly. Instead of blending them into a single mold, YG emphasized their individuality, allowing each to shine in their own way, a move that resonated with fans across cultures. BLACKPINK became not just a group, but a collection of 4 distinct icons united by chemistry and artistry. In the years following their debut, YG's early discovery and nurturing of BLACKPINK proved to be a masterclass in artist development. Their success wasn't luck. It was the result of strategic planning, global awareness, and an unyielding belief in the potential of diversity. From the moment YG's scouts first saw each member's spark to the day the world saw them on stage together, BLACKPINK's journey was a testament to how vision, patience, and perfectionism can shape a group that transcends borders and defines an era. As BLACKPINK's momentum surged, YG Entertainment carefully managed every step of their rise to ensure the group maintained a sense of exclusivity and global mystique. Unlike many K-pop acts who released multiple albums a year, YG adopted a more deliberate approach, limiting BLACKPINK's comebacks, but ensuring each one was a major event. This strategy built anticipation and heightened their impact. Every release, from Playing with Fire and As If It's Your Last to DDU DDU, felt like a cultural moment rather than just another comeback. YG's team understood that scarcity, when paired with quality, creates legend. Internally, YG invested heavily in the group's artistic development. Renowned producers like Teddy Park, one of YG's most trusted hitmakers, worked closely with BLACKPINK to craft a distinct sound, an explosive blend of hip-hop beats, EDM influences, and cinematic production. The result was a style that could appeal to both Korean and Western audiences without losing authenticity. YG also introduced the girls to global choreographers, stylists, and directors, shaping their performances and visuals into something that felt uniquely world-class. Everything from their music videos to stage outfits was curated to convey strength, confidence, and sophistication. BLACKPINK's early success validated YG's long-term vision for global expansion. The company recognized the rising influence of YouTube and social media early on, using these platforms as global stages. Their debut videos amassed millions of views within hours, and the group quickly gained international attention, something rarely seen at that time for newly debuted K-pop artists. YG's marketing department understood the power of visual impact. The girls weren't just musicians, they were living brands, representing beauty, style, and empowerment. This digital-first strategy would become a blueprint for how future K-pop groups would reach global fame. The combination of meticulous grooming, strong creative direction, and worldwide marketing led BLACKPINK to transcend the boundaries of traditional idol success. Within a few years, YG had transformed them from trainees to global ambassadors of Korean culture. They signed endorsement deals with luxury brands like Chanel, Dior, Celine, and Saint Laurent, turning fashion shows and red carpet appearances into stages of their own. Each member became a brand powerhouse, yet all of it tied back to YG's early decision to let their individuality shine. Behind the scenes, YG's staff often spoke about how intensely dedicated the girls were. Even after years of training, they continued to rehearse for hours before every performance, often staying in the studio long after midnight. That discipline, a hallmark of YG's artist development, became part of BLACKPINK's DNA. The company's philosophy was that true greatness comes from persistence and precision, and BLACKPINK embodied that. By the time they made their US debut at Coachella in 2019, BLACKPINK had evolved into a full-fledged global phenomenon. Yet their journey could be traced all the way back to the careful selection and discovery process YG started years before, when the company's scouts searched for young talents across continents. What began as an experiment to find the next generation of stars became one of the most successful artist stories in K-pop history. In the end, YG Entertainment didn't just discover BLACKPINK, they built them with purpose, combining vision, global foresight, and uncompromising artistry. Each step, from the first audition to the first world tour, was a piece of a larger plan. To create a group that could not only dominate the charts, but redefine what it means to be a girl group in the modern era. Through careful discovery, nurturing, and innovation, YG turned 4 talented girls into icons of an entire generation, proving once again that when preparation meets opportunity, legends are born. As BLACKPINK's influence expanded beyond K-pop, YG Entertainment began to witness the full realization of its years-long vision, a group capable of not only dominating music charts, but also reshaping pop culture worldwide. The discovery of BLACKPINK had evolved into something much greater than expected. It was no longer just about a successful idol group, but about a global brand that symbolized empowerment, diversity, and artistic excellence. What made YG's discovery truly extraordinary was that each member, though molded under the same training system, brought an entirely different energy that connected with fans across continents. Jennie's chic confidence, Jisoo's natural charm, Lisa's magnetic stage presence, and Rosé's emotional sincerity created a synergy few groups in history could replicate. YG's ability to recognize and harness this chemistry was perhaps its greatest accomplishment. The company didn't simply find 4 talented girls, it found balance, a perfect blend of personalities that would resonate universally. Their multilingual backgrounds allowed BLACKPINK to communicate with fans effortlessly around the world, something YG had envisioned from the start. English, Korean, Thai, and Japanese flowed naturally through their interviews and songs, breaking cultural barriers that once limited K-pop's reach. This was not coincidence. It was the product of YG's careful scouting and foresight in discovering talents that could embody global appeal without sacrificing their cultural roots. Once the foundation was set, YG continued to refine BLACKPINK's image with a level of precision rarely seen in entertainment. Every comeback was a carefully choreographed cultural event, complete with cinematic teasers, groundbreaking visuals, and music videos that pushed creative boundaries. The production value behind every release, from Kill This Love to How You Like That, reflected YG's commitment to quality over quantity. Instead of flooding the market, YG made sure every moment BLACKPINK appeared was unforgettable. This approach not only sustained their popularity, but elevated them to legendary status, turning each release into a celebration for fans worldwide. At the same time, YG's discovery of BLACKPINK marked a new era for female representation in K-pop. Traditionally, girl groups were often molded around soft, cute, or romantic concepts. YG, however, chose a bold path, strong, independent, and unapologetically fierce. BLACKPINK became the embodiment of modern femininity, elegant yet powerful, glamorous yet grounded. The company's vision was to challenge stereotypes, and through the group's artistry and presence, it succeeded. They weren't just idols. They were role models who inspired young women everywhere to embrace strength and individuality. As BLACKPINK continued to dominate the global stage, YG's early discovery and investment in their long-term development proved to be a monumental decision that changed the company's trajectory. They became not only the face of YG Entertainment, but also the face of K-pop's global identity. Their music videos shattered YouTube records, their albums topped Billboard charts, and their world tours filled arenas across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Each milestone traced back to those first auditions years ago. moments when YG's scouts saw something extraordinary in 4 young girls who hadn't yet realized their full potential. In retrospect, YG's discovery of BLACKPINK wasn't just about finding talent. It was about creating history through vision and patience. The company took the time to nurture raw ability into polished artistry, to cultivate a brand that could thrive across borders, and to build a bond between 4 individuals that would inspire millions. It was a rare combination of instinct and strategy, the kind of discovery that happens once in a generation. Today, BLACKPINK stands as the ultimate testament to YG Entertainment's legacy. They are living proof that when a company invests deeply in discovery, training, and authenticity, the results transcend music itself. YG didn't just discover 4 girls, it uncovered a phenomenon, one that redefined the limits of what a girl group could be, setting a standard that future generations of artists will aspire to reach. The discovery of BLACKPINK also redefined how YG Entertainment approached global marketing and artist branding. Unlike traditional K-pop strategies that relied heavily on local promotion before venturing abroad, YG positioned BLACKPINK as international artists from the very beginning. This vision was rooted in how the members themselves represented a blend of global cultures. Jennie, raised in New Zealand, Rosé from Australia, Lisa from Thailand, and Jisoo embodying the Korean core of the group. Their diversity became one of their greatest strengths, allowing YG to craft a group that resonated with audiences from Seoul to Los Angeles without losing authenticity. From their debut song Whistle and Boombaya, YG made it clear that BLACKPINK was different. The sound, a mix of fierce hip-hop beats, sleek pop melodies, and electronic influences, was designed to appeal universally while maintaining YG's signature edge. Behind every performance and release was the meticulous direction of Teddy Park, YG's longtime producer, who helped shape BLACKPINK's sound into something unmistakably theirs. His connection with the group became instrumental in refining their artistry, each track carrying a confident attitude that defined their identity. Beyond music, YG's discovery of BLACKPINK expanded into fashion and media dominance. Recognizing that each member had distinct charisma, YG encouraged them to explore individual identities through luxury brand partnerships, global campaigns, and media appearances. Jennie became synonymous with Chanel, Rosé with Saint Laurent and Tiffany & Co., Jisoo with Dior, and Lisa with Celine and Bulgari. These associations elevated not just the members, but also YG's brand reputation, proving that their artists could compete at the highest levels of global influence. In many ways, YG's early decision to let the members express themselves freely in fashion and personality transformed BLACKPINK from idols into global icons. Moreover, YG's discovery and nurturing of BLACKPINK emphasized the importance of long-term artistic growth rather than instant fame. The company's training system, though known for its intensity, was designed to develop not just singers or dancers, but complete performers. BLACKPINK's flawless synchronization, live stage control, and charisma were the result of years of preparation. When they debuted, they weren't just rookies, they were professionals ready for a world stage. This was one of YG's most defining philosophies, that true success comes from time, discipline, and a deep understanding of artistry. As BLACKPINK's fame reached global peaks, YG's discovery became a blueprint for future idol development across the K-pop industry. Other companies began seeking trainees with multicultural backgrounds, multilingual fluency, and cross-border appeal, directly inspired by BLACKPINK's success. The group's story became an example of how talent, when guided with vision, can transcend language and geography. YG didn't just discover a girl group, it discovered a movement, one that would inspire countless young artists to dream beyond their borders. What truly sets YG's discovery apart is the emotional connection BLACKPINK built with their fans, known as blinks. Every performance, every interview, and every song reflects the bond between the group and their audience, a relationship rooted in sincerity and mutual growth. YG's role in shaping this connection was subtle but profound, giving the members space to show vulnerability and authenticity, qualities that fans deeply resonate with. It was this balance of professionalism and humanity that made BLACKPINK not only admired, but genuinely loved around the world. In essence, YG Entertainment's discovery of BLACKPINK is a story of vision meeting destiny. It is about how 4 girls from different corners of the world came together under one company that dared to dream globally before anyone else did. It's about how talent, when nurtured with patience, passion, and purpose, can evolve into a cultural phenomenon. BLACKPINK's journey, from unknown trainees to world-renowned superstars, remains one of the most remarkable success stories in entertainment history. And at the heart of it all stands YG's unwavering belief that true artistry knows no boundaries. As BLACKPINK's global success unfolded, YG Entertainment's discovery of the group began to symbolize the evolution of K-pop itself. The company's strategy was not only about music, it was about creating an entire cultural ecosystem around BLACKPINK. YG realized early on that their influence extended far beyond the charts. They represented fashion, empowerment, and modern femininity. Each music video became a cinematic event, meticulously crafted with high production value, symbolic imagery, and distinctive choreography that reinforced their image as powerful, independent women. This visual and thematic consistency was no accident. YG invested heavily in aesthetics, ensuring that every BLACKPINK release would stand out in an industry crowded with competition. The discovery of BLACKPINK also showcased YG's talent for balancing individual brilliance within group unity. While each member was unique, Jennie's charisma, Jisoo's elegance, Rosé's emotion, and Lisa's energy, YG trained them to complement one another perfectly. This equilibrium became one of BLACKPINK's strongest assets. YG's management recognized that fans connect deeply when members shine both as individuals and as a team. The company skillfully alternated between group comebacks and solo ventures, allowing each member to build personal recognition while maintaining the group's collective dominance. Another defining moment that emerged from YG's discovery was BLACKPINK's breakthrough in the Western market, a feat that few K-pop groups had achieved before. Their partnership with Interscope Records opened doors to major festivals like Coachella, late-night talk shows, and global award events, moments that cemented BLACKPINK as international superstars. These appearances were not random opportunities. They were the result of YG's deliberate strategy to position BLACKPINK as global ambassadors of Korean music. By maintaining artistic control and selective exposure, YG ensured that every move reinforced their premium image. Behind the glamour, however, was YG's deep understanding of timing and mystery. Unlike other K-pop agencies that constantly released content to maintain visibility, YG focused on scarcity, making fans wait longer between comebacks to heighten anticipation. This scarcity marketing built BLACKPINK's image as exclusive elite performers. When they finally released a song, the world stopped to watch. It was a psychological masterstroke. Absence created demand, and YG turned waiting into part of the experience. Furthermore, YG's discovery of BLACKPINK marked a turning point in how female empowerment was portrayed in K-pop. Traditionally, many girl groups were framed around innocence or sweetness. BLACKPINK shattered that mold with fierce confidence, bold lyrics, and unapologetic energy. They embodied independence and strength, not just beauty, a message that resonated with millions of young women worldwide. YG's creative direction emphasized empowerment through style and performance, crafting an image that balanced elegance with rebellion. From the business perspective, YG's discovery also redefined artist-brand synergy. Instead of traditional endorsements, BLACKPINK members became the faces of luxury powerhouses, representing Chanel, Dior, Saint Laurent, Celine, and Bulgari. These partnerships weren't just marketing deals, they elevated both the artists and the brands to new cultural heights. YG's team understood that BLACKPINK wasn't just selling music, they were selling a lifestyle. This integration of music, fashion, and influence created a global phenomenon that extended far beyond the entertainment industry. Moreover, YG's commitment to quality over quantity ensured that every BLACKPINK release carried emotional and artistic weight. Each song was an event, not just a track. From Dee-Doo-Doo Dee-Doo-Doo to Kill This Love and How You Like That, YG and producer Teddy Park developed a signature sound that blended pop, EDM, and hip-hop in ways that appealed universally. The result was a catalog that defined an era, powerful, confident, and timeless. Ultimately, the discovery of BLACKPINK is one of YG Entertainment's greatest achievements. a blend of intuition, innovation, and bold strategy. It is the story of how a company took a risk on four extraordinary girls and turned them into a symbol of modern culture. YG didn't just find BLACKPINK. They crafted a phenomenon that continues to shape the music world, redefine pop culture, and inspire millions across the globe. Their story stands as proof that with the right vision, even a small spark can ignite a global movement. As BLACKPINK continued to rise, YG Entertainment's management style evolved into a fine-tuned balance between artistic freedom and brand precision. Each decision regarding the group was calculated not just for short-term gain, but to ensure long-term legacy. YG understood that BLACKPINK's impact needed to transcend the fleeting nature of pop trends. By focusing on their individuality, international appeal, and timeless production quality, YG transformed BLACKPINK into a cultural institution rather than a passing sensation. Every release, whether a music video, solo project, or brand collaboration, was part of a grander design, one that solidified their image as the world's premier girl group. A major element of YG's Discovery success was their unwavering trust in Teddy Park, the creative visionary who oversaw BLACKPINK's sound. Teddy's relationship with the members extended beyond that of a producer. He understood their personalities, strengths, and emotional depth. Through this synergy, YG ensured that every BLACKPINK song captured both their power and vulnerability. Songs like Playing with Fire, As If It's Your Last, and Lovesick Girls weren't just hits. They were emotional statements that mirrored the girls' journey and growth. Under Teddy's guidance, YG developed a musical identity that was instantly recognizable, yet constantly evolving. YG also played a crucial role in shaping BLACKPINK's public image and storytelling. The company carefully balanced mystery and accessibility, allowing fans to connect with the members' authenticity while maintaining their aura of elegance and exclusivity. Each member's story was framed as a piece of a larger narrative. Jennie as the confident trendsetter, Lisa as the dynamic global performer, Rose as the soulful artist, and Jisoo as the poised leader and actress. These identities weren't manufactured. YG highlighted what was already real and amplified it. By doing so, they created a perfect blend of relatability and aspiration. The company's international foresight also extended to BLACKPINK's digital dominance. YG recognized early on that social media and streaming platforms were key to conquering global markets. BLACKPINK became one of the first K-pop acts to fully leverage YouTube and Instagram as primary engines for fan engagement. Their videos weren't just performances, they were visual spectacles with global appeal. The record-breaking view counts on songs like Kill This Love and How You Like That reflected not only YG's production quality, but also their mastery of digital marketing and global timing. Beyond entertainment, YG used BLACKPINK as a vessel to reshape the global perception of K-pop. They were no longer seen as just Korean idols. They became ambassadors of a new cultural wave, representing artistry, fashion, and diversity. BLACKPINK's ability to perform at Coachella, collaborate with Western artists, and dominate Billboard charts all stemmed from YG's vision to integrate K-pop into the global mainstream without diluting its identity. The company's strategy was to make the world come to K-pop, not the other way around. Another cornerstone of YG's management was the emphasis on high production standards and uncompromising attention to detail. Every BLACKPINK music video was a cinematic experience, costing millions of dollars and involving international teams. This was YG's statement to the world, that K-pop could rival and even surpass the creative scale of Western pop. This level of excellence became synonymous with the BLACKPINK brand and inspired the rest of the industry to raise its standards. Moreover, YG's long-term strategy included building emotional connection through authenticity. Despite their glamorous image, BLACKPINK often shared their struggles, training stories, and personal experiences through documentaries and interviews. YG allowed them to be seen as humans behind the fame, hardworking artists who sacrificed years for their dreams. This transparency resonated deeply with fans, creating loyalty that extended beyond music. In the grander scope of entertainment history, YG's discovery of BLACKPINK redefined how a music label could merge art, business, and identity. It demonstrated that a group's success wasn't just about catchy songs or visuals, but about emotional storytelling, consistent branding, and visionary leadership. BLACKPINK's journey from trainees to global superstars is the perfect example of what happens when passion meets precision. Through YG's vision, BLACKPINK didn't just break records. They rewrote the rules of what was possible for a girl group. Their story became a cultural milestone that changed the landscape of pop music forever, proving that K-pop was not just a genre, but a global force.